James there. So, thought I'd just do a chat up about the studio lately and stuff. So, how I'm feeling really about art and that. It's quite nice to work on something these large, and it may come a point where I can show them at the Neath Festival in the town hall, and we done that on the very first festival, and they got a lovely big space in there, and I think it just creates a lovely background to the talks that goes on in there over the festival. So if you get there early, you can look at things and that. So hopefully, what you see behind me and around here will be finished by then. Towards the end of the month, we're going up to. I'm going to go up and see a preview of the Quest, starring Eve Miles, and it's going to be held in the Chapter Arts Centre in Cardiff. So that looks quite good. That looks a good sort of evening there. So you get a preview of it before it comes on TV in September, I believe. So I'm going to look forward to that. There's an Indian show on Indian meets Wales exhibition going on, so hopefully catch the end of that. I might try to get up to the Edinburgh Fringe, where my daughter is part of a play. But we've seen the play already. But it would be good to go up to Edinburgh Fringe and see it up there, and then you get to see all the other things going on. So that could be in the next week or so. Let me think. I mean, see, when you're tackling work like this, as I mentioned before, it's more of a combative role. You start off enjoying yourself, then it just works into a sort of me and you situation, like a very gladiatorial fight to the very end. And you don't know who your opponent really is, and it can come up with some surprising moves, and so you've got to be prepared for that, and you've got to counteract that. But that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to get them to surprise you. Who wants to be in a boring fight that you've done before? So every sort of like new painting seems to be a different confrontation, and every painting brings its own confrontation, and its identity, which is something that I touched over on the years. Identity of a picture, and that is what a successful picture is for me. You believe it should exist. So with this face behind me and this head, and I think I've done chats on the head and why I include figures in it. I won't go into that. Until I believe that should be there, or that's an actual character that could really exist, it's not finished yet. And it's surprising really, because it's like, to make that character successful, I mean, okay, it could be wiped out tomorrow, because that could be the 4th, 5th, 6th, whatever. It's been going on for a while, but the images on there. I mean, it did start off with Trump, didn't it? I don't know if we've been following this picture. It was posters of Trump. So it's gone from that to this. But of course, if you really look at it, you'll see the very, very first collages and all that. So I think what I was just saying was like, you've got to believe, or this thing has got to exist, and I think you've got to believe it exists. I do find it incredible that, of all the people in the world, we got like, everybody's different. I mean, that's incredible, isn't it? You get similarities, and then you get twins and identical twins and stuff. And but every time like a human is born, they're different from the one before and the one over there. And isn't that amazing? You think it'd be we would have got to the end of what different people look like by now, and they would. Oh yeah, I remember you. Yeah, yeah, you look exactly somebody who was born like 300 years ago. Because we've just run out of faces, really. I mean, there's only so many. They say things about music, but maybe it's not like that at all. It's endless, isn't it? So I'm not sure if these are coming to the end. I think I've done something earlier on with this one. The thing is about this one behind me, I'm gonna, usually I like to varnish things and go through that routine. So I'm gonna be doing that, but I will be doing something slightly different with this one. Because my objective at the moment is to use everything in the studio. Okay. So one of the things I got in the studio is to use is like a glass glaze, and I've used a little bit of it before, and it's quite. I've used it about that size. I've never used something as big as this. I don't know. Could ruin it. Might be great. So I think. I mean, if it turns out the way I'm thinking it's going to turn out, things usually don't. But if it does, then all good, really, isn't it? I mean, I'd be really chuffed with that, and it could be a new way forward. So instead of like, I'm really pleased the way we do things and varnish them up and that. But if this is as good as I think it could be, it's could be a new way of producing the work at the very end. So yeah, so I'm really looking forward to that process. I got one going there. I mean, how tall is that? 8 foot. So it's a lovely piece of wood. So all scenery from the ironic. I mean, from the guest. Okay, if we're gonna have to see, it's the scenery that was used on set. This is the set, really. So thanks, Ed, and that for supplying all this wood. And there we are. Smaller one that's rescued. I mean, I had all that problem with the lockup getting broken into and shattered and everything. Just try to see if I could. And when you can't, you just paint over. But you know, it is what it is. I could show you this one. Right, so there we go. So this is basically what we've been doing today. So my inspiration for that would be that one there. See? So that's why I keep artwork around the studio, because sometimes you can get like, oh, what should I do with this now? It doesn't seem to be going anywhere. And then it gives you an idea. Maybe I can do what I done on that smaller version there. So that's that. And this is the big one again, but it's the same height as that. It's a bit wider. But I mean, it does get tiring moving these things around. But and also I might be moving as well to a different space. If I can find something suitable, which might be interesting to do as well. So we'll just see how this year goes. We'll just see now how this year ends. I mean, art should be full of surprises, shouldn't it? So, and of course the Ice Deadfoot's on at the moment. But I've kept my mouth shut about that. I'm bored of talking about it. Anybody who could look at that show will, see it for themselves. I don't know. Maybe you should go up there and look at it. But what I've seen is just white, really, with bits of artwork. So sometimes you go to London and you see these new interactive artworks and just evolving. how you exhibit things is evolving all the time, you know. And maybe it's just so stuck in the past, and we told them this many years ago. We should be, if any, see, I'm talking about it. If anything, the Eisteddfod fudge should be on the front page of the large. It should be considered one of the most important shows, and I don't see it. I don't come across it on the TV much anymore, and on the radio. Oh, so that's sad. That's sad, really. You know that that's happening too. That's happening, but again, it is what it is. Until the rules are changed, I can't enter any of these. So, not that they would get in, but you just won't even be considered. I should remind you. Right. Well, look, it's sunny still out, so I'm gonna go and lock up the studio where you can have a good think about what I just said. And when I look at artwork, I look at it and I see things within it. Is it Aldous Huxley? I don't know if anybody's read his books, Doors of Perception, you know. And I think there's a good chapter. Okay, he wasn't drug induced, but it was a good chapter on brown flannel flyers trousers, you know. And I think that's something. I mean, in that case, he was experimenting, but I try to use my imagination as much as possible. So I see things within stuff that I've done, and then I sort of try to bring them out, and then I'll see something else, and then I'll paint over it, and so it's a process of seeing and destroying, creating, destroying, creating, destroying. Um, I don't know. Sometimes I put my glasses on and I look at it totally different, and I think maybe it's shit. Like, who knows? Can't tell at the moment. But hey, we've all done it. We've all judges our time. Time is our judge, isn't it? So let's see how it all goes in the end. But yeah, art. It's such an investment, and it's such a fun thing to have on a wall, especially if you see something you like. So I'm always trying to encourage people who've never bought art before, just buy it. Buy it earlier. You'll have it longer, and so you'll appreciate it longer, and it might actually be an investment. So it's all fun. I don't think you can lose really. Right, and of course keep your eye open in those charity shops where fake a fortune. You could that. It's a good program anyway. Yeah, if you follow it, it's on the BBC. See you all.